BIAFRA. If the Igbos don't rethink, what happened to Southern Sudan may befall us. Bishop Onah. While speaking on the topic Leadership with Compassion, the Catholic Bishop of the Nsukka Diocese, Most Reverend Professor Igwe Onah, sent a message to the Igbos, urging them to ignore every agitation geared towards the division of the country. He said if they don't rethink, what happened to Southern Sudan may befall them. Welcome back to Prospect Channels TV. Thank you for always coming out here. If you are just joining us, please kindly subscribe and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. According to Most Reverend Onah from the video, Nigerians have always wanted to divide. Shortly before the independence, the North wanted to be alone from history. At some point, it was the West who wanted to secede eventually. It was the East who decided they want to leave, and the response was a war. That is the Biafra Nigeria war. Those in the East, division is not the solution. Let's avoid what happened in Southern Sudan from befalling us. Because if we divide, we will carry our pockets of problems home. In Sudan, the North was always oppressing the South, so they thought, and they fought wars for over 20 years. When they got their independence, as Southern Sudan, after 1 year, they started fighting again. Say no to division. Let's put our hands together and make it work, he said. So guys, what's your take on this? The Catholic Bishop of the Nsukka Diocese, Most Reverend Professor Godfrey Igwe Onah, have sent a message to the Igbos, urging them to ignore every agitation geared towards the division of the country. He said if they don't rethink, what happened to Southern Sudan may befall them, the Igbos. According to the Most Reverend Onah from the video, Nigerians have always wanted to divide. Shortly before the independence, the North wanted to be alone from history. At some point, it was the West who wanted to secede eventually. It was the East who decided they want to leave, and the response was a war. That is the Biafra Nigerian war. Those in the East, division is not the solution. Let's avoid what happened to Southern Sudan from befalling us. Because if we divide, we will carry our pockets of problems home. In Sudan, the North was always oppressing the South, so they thought. And they fought wars for over 20 years. When they got their independence as in Southern Sudan, after 1 year, they started fighting again. They said no to division. Let's put our hands together and make it work. We knew the root cause of the problem in South Sudan, which is non-existent in Igbo land. I am not an advocate for a Biafra, but for a Nigeria where everyone is qualified to ascend any position, not minding his creed, the language, the social status, etc. I suggest that the honored bishop should exhort us on this and not on threat that has no head at all. Let him also do a due diligence, I hope I got this right, and come up on how to deal with or solve the lingering marginalization which has been there even before I was born, over 6 decades ago, which was and is still the main reason for separatist agitation. I rest my case. Paul, you have summarized the issue. I have nothing to add to it. These are reactions from Nigerians. Ethnic and religious bigotry will always bring a setback to any nation or people. There is too much bitter tribe sentiment in Nigeria. That is the point. But the worry is that flows down from the top. Okay, these are reactions from Nigerians. You see, majority of people who have reacted here, okay, asking the bishop to ask the authority of Nigeria. They say, you see, let the government stop the marginalization of the Igbos, because this is exactly where all these agitations from leaving Nigeria, is coming from. The Igbos should be accepted as Nigerian citizens because they are not being treated like. That is all the issues. I always say this when I see news about Biafra agitations, Nigerian, Wahala, this, Nnamdi Kanu still in the DSS custody, people being killed in the southeast and all that. And their leaders, locking up people's shops for not coming out, to do their business. I always say this, the root of this issue. First of all, the IPOB leader who is the spearhead of these agitations in the southeast is in DSS detention. He was adopted since 2021. He has been discharged and acquitted since 2022, October 13th. But today, Nigerian government is still holding him. Okay, that one part. Because these are the reasons why there are issues in the southeast. What does it take Nigerian government to sit in a round table with the agitators? Ask them, what do you want? Let them hear from them. I feel that there is no problem without solution. There must be solution at the end of the day. But the best way to go about this is you talk. I like discussing things out, no matter how hard that thing is. Just try it. No matter how difficult that problem is, try to discuss it with the person. You will hear from the person, then you know how to go about it. You won't end agitations. You are going after agitators, but the root of agitation is still there. The next generation will come. They will still continue from where this one stopped. You understand? So this is going to be, let me not just say that, but Nigerian government should look into the root of agitations. Nnamdi Kanu should be released. Then they should look into the root of agitations. I believe with that, the problem in the southeast will be resolved and Nigeria will become one. Let everyone be accepted as one. Even with what happened during presidential election and governorship election, you can now understand that we have been pretending we had never been one. Very unfortunate. I'm dropping it at guys. Kindly share your thoughts below the comment section, please. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel if you have not. Thank you.